Hey everyone, this is Video Game Fan 1999 here, and today I'm going to be doing another gameplay on Mario Kart 8 for the Nintendo Wii U. Last time I did the Special Cup, and now we're going to do the next cup in this game, and we'll see how that turns out. But before we get started, I do have a special guest joining with me, and that is Mark Liotta. Alright, anyways, Mark, you ready to go ahead and get started?
Yeah, let's do it.
Alright, let's jump right into single player. We'll go to Grand Prix, 50cc, and since I have Mark with me as a special guest, I'll have him choose the character that we play as.
Wario.
What's that?
Wario.
Alright, Wario. Alright, so anyways, me and Mark were talking about the vehicle combination that we're going to use before we went on the air. As for what we're going to go with, we're going to go with Mr. Scooty, followed by the roller tires, and the paper glider. And the cup that we're going to do this time is the shell cup. Anyways, let's do this. Yeah, that's what he would say back in Mario Kart 64 from what I know. Alright, let's go get things underway with our first race, which is going to be at Moo Moo Meadows, which is a track from Mario Kart Wii. Here we go! I got a green shell, that's not too bad. Ah, darn it, that red shell got so good. Alright, lap 2. Try to be careful with these cows out here. Alright, final lap. Alright, here's another green shell. And we're gonna start off with a win in first place. Alright, time to see what happens now in race 2. And we got 15 points to start off with, by the way. Alright, next up we're going to Mario Circuit, which is a track from Mario Kart Super Circuit. Let's see what happens here. Well, for those of you who are fans of game shows, there actually happens to be a new series that just recently premiered on ABC earlier this week, which is Jeopardy Masters. And from what I've seen of it, it does look very, very cool. So, Mark, you could tell the viewers a little bit about that if you would. About Jeopardy Masters.
Okay, so yeah, it's basically like a primetime tournament with some of the very smartest Jeopardy players.
Yeah, that is right. Basically, the players in Jeopardy Masters are James Holzhauer, Amy Schneider, Matt Amodio, Matea Roach, Andrew He, and Sam Buttrey. All those players were very good for how they were on Jeopardy, so it's nice to see all those players on Jeopardy Masters as well, for all of them competing against each other. And also, last night, I actually watched a very cool Celebrity Wheel of Fortune game that happened on that night. It actually had some contestants who host different game shows. Like Vanna White was one of the contestants. She does happen to be one of the hosts of Wheel of Fortune, and then the other contestants that played against her were Myron Bialik and Ken Jennings, who host Jeopardy! And speaking of Ken Jennings, I do know he does happen to be the greatest Jeopardy player of all time, with him winning 74 games. Alright, we just got another win in first place.
Mario wins again! Yay!
Yep, he sure did. So we got ourselves another 15 points. Now let's go ahead and move on to race number 3. Alright, next up we're going to Cheap Cheap Beach, which is the track for Mario Kart DS. I've got some coins right there. That's not a bad way to start off this race. Alright, now we get a banana.
Banana.
Oh, hey Mark, do you have like any thought on who you think's gonna win Jeopardy Masters? Since we were talking about that earlier.
Nice to see Matea Roach win.
Yeah, that's a good pick. For Matea Roach, I do happen to know that she's actually the youngest super champion on Jeopardy! She ended up winning 23 games in her regular run at just 23 years old. And for the other players that are on Jeopardy Masters, James Holzhauer broke many records, with him winning the most amount of money on a single episode of Jeopardy! For Amy Schneider, she's second on the all-time win list with 40 wins. And for Matt Amodio, he's third on the all-time win list with 38 wins. For Andrew he only won 5 games in his regular run, but he did actually happen to be a finalist in the recent Tournament of Champions. And Amy Schneider was actually the one that beat Andrew He originally, but Andrew He was later able to try to get a chance to have redemption against Amy Schneider in the finals in the Tournament of Champions, but couldn't quite do it. And finally, for Sam Buttry, he was the winner of the inaugural Professors Tournament that happened on Jeopardy! Alright! We got first place once again!
Mario, win!
I got myself another 15 points. And let's go right into our final race. And our last race is going to be at Toad's Turnpike, in which this track was originally in Mario Kart 64. Alright, let's see how it goes. And since I mentioned earlier that Ken Jennings is the greatest Jeopardy player of all time, with him winning 74 games, you guys would think he would be one of the contestants in Jeopardy Masters as well. But with him currently hosting Jeopardy now, he won't be able to compete as a contestant ever again, which is a shame. I still say Ken Jennings does a great job of being a host of Jeopardy now. And there are also walls that you can drive on this track right here for what they've done in this game compared to how it originally was. You can basically go on those walls to hit some boost panels to gain some extra speed, which is pretty nice. Alright, final lap. Alright, we'll go ahead and stop here for this part, and I'll see you guys in the next part.